First off, it was a pleasure to be a part of the conversation here. I think it's an important group and an important mix of people who are concerned about, return on investment, pure capitalists, a lot of folks that are engaged because it is New York Climate Week, some folks because it's National Clean Energy Week, and all of those different efforts are combining. For me, I think that one of the most important value adds for the conversation here is that we got specific actionable items discussed, specific policies that folks in Washington, D.C. can talk about, because I think it doesn't do a lot of good to go and chat with your senator or your representative and talk about vague ideas and problems. What we need more of are solutions and bite-sized approaches, and I think that this conversation today really helped advance that conversation. We talked a little bit about Clean Free Market Act, specifically the loan and bond component of it that would kick open the door to more people being able to invest their money, more financiers, more large-scale investors, more small-scale investors, to be able to kick in their money to help enable that clean economy that we're all hoping for. And then we also talked about a voluntary framework approach that would help raise the profile of a lot of the companies that are making commitments to 100% clean energy or reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 2030 or 2050 or whatever it is. Those types of policy proposals, I think, are getting good traction in Washington, D.C. because there's enough bipartisan support. Folks are willing to reach across the aisles to move forward with something like that, and you don't see a lot of that in some of the climate conversations that we've heard to date. The difference between clean free market proposals and other command and control proposals is how much power a bureaucrat in Washington, D.C. or in a state capital has, and that's basically it. The whole idea here is that we're empowering individuals, we're empowering community investors, we're empowering academic institutions to be able to invest their money how they want to and get a return on investment and do something that is good, not just for their bottom line, but for the planet, as opposed to having a bureaucrat make the decisions on who is going to be the winner and who is going to be the loser in the economy. You have to raise awareness, and there are a lot of ways to do that. You've got to make a little bit of noise so that people pay attention, and so I actually am very appreciative of the demonstrators who are rattling the cages and out there on the streets and staging all sorts of, raising awareness about climate change. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not exactly what I'm interested in doing. I'm more concerned with identifying the specific policy solutions, but that's me, and I'm very grateful for the chance that we had to share some of those ideas. The Green New Deal is in no small way a major takeover by the federal government of power that has historically been held and managed by states and by individuals. The Green Real Deal is very different from that in that it empowers individuals and states to undertake action. It creates a framework for investing in innovation in that next generation of technologies that will drive down costs for consumers. And I think that that's really it at the end of the day, is whether we're going to reduce options, whether government is going to take options off the table and increase costs for consumers, period, or if we're going to find ways to create more options and hopefully create a race to the top and an environmental performance that also reduces costs for consumers at the same time. I think that we can do both.